students, let's take an example of story of Shakal and Vilas to understand how people act as a resource. If we study at the life cycle or the background of Shakal, in his family, his father is there, is working, his mother is there and she is busy in household chores. She also look after his younger children, and Shakal is having all the privileges which one is needed to have in his family. His father is there, his mother is there, the younger children are younger brothers and sisters are there, and they are living a happy family where his father is earning and the Shakal is looking after his younger siblings, and his mother is there to provide all the requirements which are needed by him and the family member. Now, after completing his education at the class 12 level, he is also done a computer course. Now he goes outside for further studies where he studies computers and start doing a good job over there. Fine. So this was about Shakal's, where his family was privileged enough to have father, mother, younger brothers and sister, and a quite developed, educated family where he was fortunate enough to get everything which was required in his life, which further education further helped him to lead a better life which his father has provided. Now he will be living a better life to give more facilities to his father when he will be growing older. Now, but if we talk about Vilas' family, when he was very young, his father expired and his father was a fisherman. Now his mother is having the responsibility of the younger children also, and the responsibility of looking after his family members and earning their daily bread also. Now what she does, she also goes to the fisher market to sell the fishes, and she used to take the fishes from the landlords in very difficult languages, in very difficult situations, is just managing his children. Somehow help was provided to her by Vilas, where he was doing some of the other work after looking after his younger brothers and sister. He started doing some working as a farmer. It is not the story of only Shakal and Vilas. It is just a general idea of how the situation changes when one of the family members passes away. Fine. The whole situation is being changed when Vilas' father expired, and the whole burden of the family comes into the hands of his mother, where she is trying to look after in whatever skill she was, because she was not educated enough, she was not trained enough. So she was also being exploited by the landlords in some or the other ways as far as money is concerned. Whatever she was doing was there to fulfill the requirement of their young children. Now, as Vilas was the most elder person in the family as compared to his younger brothers and sisters, he also started working somewhere or the other way to earn their daily bread. Now you can see how this situation has been changed. One person is there, Shakal, which is fortunate enough to have everything. He has got his proper education, and now he had got education in city also, and now he is leading a very prosperous life because he has got a proper education facilities when it was needed at his childhood level. But अभी हम लोगों ने पहले भी डिस्कस किया कि फ्यूचर, हमारा भविष्य जो है वो निर्धारित करता है आज हमारे बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो शकल और विलास की अगर हम स्टोरी देखें तो उसमें यही है, विलास उसी में रह गया कि उसकी माँ मछलियां पकड़ के बाहर बेचती थी पिताजी के गुजर जाने के बाद. देन ही इज ऑल्सो बिजी इन दैट, या फिर उससे बढ़कर कुछ और थोड़ा बहुत काम कर लिया तो कर लिया. तो ये क्या है, अगर हम एसेट नहीं बन पा रहे हैं जब तक हम सही ढंग से काम को नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए अगर अभी आपके पेरेंट्स हैं जो आप में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं पैसा, तो उसको एक इन्वेस्टमेंट समझिए एंड ट्राई टू यूटिलाइज ऑल दोज थिंग्स एंड which are available to you, और आपके पास पेरेंट्स हैं, आपको हर एक चीज मुहैया हो रही है सही समय पर, तो उसको फ्यूचर के लिए अपना बेहतर से बेहतर इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए, उसको बनाने के लिए, संवारने के लिए अपने समय को निर्धारित करिए और हर एक चीज का सदुपयोग करिए. फाइन. सो वी ऑल वांट दैट proper life should be there like Sakal was having. Fine. Now let's discuss. Let's take an example of Japan. If we say, देखिए जापान आप जानते हैं बहुत ही छोटा सा स्टेट कंट्री है, बट इफ वी टॉक, अगर हम नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज की भी बात करें, देन इट डज नॉट हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज आल्सो. लाइक अगर हम सऊदी अरब की बात करें, सो उनके पास तो भाई बहुत ज्यादा पेट्रोलियम और क्रूड ऑयल है. If we talk about India, we are having immense kind of natural vegetation, wildlife sanctuaries, and so many things. We are blessed by the God. Right? We are having different kinds of season, where different kinds of foods, different kinds of grains are being available. But apart from it, apart from grains areas or foods area, we are having peninsular areas are having, in which so many kind of precious things are being buried into the earth crust, like bauxite, lead, and limestone, and so many things are being there in our earth crust. So what happens in those plateaus area where the agriculture is not possible, over there the people are extracting those things and earning. Like if we talk about Odisha and all those areas, वहाँ पे लोग क्या करते हैं, लोग मशीनरीज हैं, एक्सट्रैक्टिव इंडस्ट्रीज आर देयर, जो हमारे यहाँ पे कोयले की खादान है या फिर गोल्ड माइन है, वहाँ पे से उनको एक्सट्रैक्ट करके का काम किया जाता है. बहुत सारे नेचुरल वेजिटेशन हमारे इंडिया में अवेलेबल है, और जिससे हम लोग का काफी अच्छे से डेवलपमेंट हो जाता है. लेकिन इफ यू टॉक अबाउट जापान, नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज के नाम पर दे आर नॉट एज प्रिविलेज्ड एज वी इंडियंस आर. फाइन. Apart from it, the great bomb blasts which were done on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, yet the newborn babies are being born with some or the other kind of defect in them. Fine. अभी भी जब वहाँ पे जन्म लेते हैं बच्चे, हिरोशिमा और नागासाकी के प्रभाव से कुछ ना कुछ उनके अंदर डिफेक्ट होता है. फाइन. तो इतना डिजास्टर होने के बावजूद भी, वो भूकंप एरिया है, बहुत ही जल्दी अर्थक्वेक वगैरह आ जाता है, लेकिन कल को कुछ होता है, वो नेक्स्ट डे बिल्कुल स्टैंड अप होते हैं नई टेक्नोलॉजीज के साथ, नई चीजों के साथ. बट हाउ दिस इज पॉसिबल? बिकॉज ओवर देयर द पीपल over there, the people act as the source. Fine. How these people? क्योंकि वहाँ पे technologically wise, if we talk about, they are leading in the world. How they are? क्योंकि the brain is there. We can either utilize it in a constructive manner, or either we can utilize it on a destructive manner. We have already discussed कि हम डॉक्टर बन गए, एसिड भी बना सकते हैं, किडनियां बेच के लायबिलिटी भी बन सकते हैं. उसी तरह से वहां के जो ह्यूमन बींग्स हैं वो इतने देशभक्त हैं, कर्तव्यनिष्ठ हैं, मतलब कि इफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज वहां पे ना के बराबर है, बट उन्होंने खुद की एफिशिएंसी को इतना डेवलप किया हुआ, इतना यूटिलाइज किया हुआ है कि टेक्नोलॉजिकल वाइज दे आर वन ऑफ द लीडिंग कंट्रीज इन द वर्ल्ड. सो हाउ दे आर डूइंग इट? बिकॉज दे हैव नोट, कहीं भी कोई भी हमारे पास, as we have discussed, for doing anything we need to have land, labor, capital, so many things are being required. लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा जो रिक्वायरमेंट होती है वो ह्यूमन बींग्स की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. If the human beings are trained enough, they are skilled enough, they are enthusiastic enough, just and they want to do something for the country, then no other country in the world is there to stop you from doing anything, because these people are so much energetic, so much enthusiastic. They are, yes, this is my country, Doesn't matter that we don't have any kind of natural resources, but these people have developed technologically wise. They are one day doing wonders day by day, because they are using the manpower in a productive manner, in a constructive manner. Whatever resources they are having, it is there in their mind, and they are proceeding further to develop more and more, further and further, enhancing their country day by day. Fine. They don't keep on crying that yes, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this, so we cannot develop. No. They have utilized their whatever efficiency they have, whatever assets they have, they are utilizing it, and they, just such a small country, is leading the world in a technological area. So you can imagine, if we talk about India, we are the second most largest population in the world, seventh largest country. So much of land resources are being there, natural resources are being there. If we once decide that we want to do something for the country, we want that we should be exceeding further, we want that we should be leading our country to the world, then yes, one day will come where the wonders will be taking place in our country also. Fine. So these are the things when a person acts as a resource, when a person start thinking that this is my country, this is my responsibility, it's my liability, that how I will be flourishing high, how I can be leading my country to the next higher level. Fine. Like these Japanese people are doing. Okay. Let's take one example of Mr. ध्यानचंद, जिसको हम हॉकी का जादूगर भी कहते हैं. एक बार अमेरिका में वो गए और उन्होंने उनको ऑफर किया, वहाँ के जो प्रेसिडेंट थे, कि आप इंडिया छोड़ के हमारे यहाँ पे हमारी कंट्री की तरफ से क्रिकेट खेलिए, इंडिया में आपको क्या मिल जाता है. ठीक है. तो एक छोटी सी सूबेदार थे उस टाइम वो, और बहुत होगा तो कितनी सैलरी होती ही है इंडियन में एक हॉकी प्लेयर की, कैरियर का भी कोई भरोसा नहीं, मैचेस भी बहुत कम होते हैं, इतना क्रेज भी नहीं है एज कम्पेयर टू क्रिकेट. तो आप एक काम करिए, आप हमारी कंट्री की तरफ से खेलिए और हम आपको बहुत अच्छा मनी भी देंगे, और हम आपको जो हमारे आर्मी है उसमें बहुत अच्छी पोस्ट भी दे देंगे. तो उन्होंने बस एक लाइन में उन्होंने जवाब दिया था कि ये मेरे देश की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है कि उसने मुझे क्या दिया है, ये मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि मैंने अपने देश को क्या दिया है. फाइन. तो उन्होंने उनका ऑफर ठुकरा दिया और अपने देश के लिए खेलते रह गए. और आज हम 29 अप्रैल को सब लोग स्पोर्ट्स डे के लिए मनाए जाते हैं, उनके बर्थडे के लिए, एज अ उनका बर्थडे हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं स्पोर्ट्स डे के नाम पर. तो वो थे मिस्टर ध्यानचंद, जिन्होंने ये कहा कि मेरी कंट्री ने मुझे क्या दिया है ये मैटर नहीं करता, लेकिन मैंने अपनी कंट्री के लिए क्या किया ये मैटर करता है. तो वही चीज हमारे और अंदर आपकी भी होनी चाहिए कि हमने अपनी कंट्री के लिए क्या किया है वो मैटर करता है. जब जापान के पास कुछ भी नहीं है, नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज के पास, तब वो कहां से कहां ले गए खुद को, इतना बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट रहने के बाद भी. तो हमने तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं सहा. ठीक है. इतना सारा रिसोर्सेज है हमारे पास, बस जरूरत क्या है उस जज्बे की, जिसमें हम ये सोचें कि हमें अपनी कंट्री के लिए क्या करना है. हाउ we people can act as a resource. Fine. Now let's, I think so this thing must be clear to all. Now students, we will be discussing about economic activities by men and women. Before that, let's study and know about what do you mean by economic activity. Economic activity means an economic activities where money is involved. Fine. That means involvement of money is must. How? Let's take an example. Suppose a businessman is there. Fine. And that person has opened one shop and that person is doing his business. In return, what he is getting? Money. A teacher is there. The teacher is teaching in the school. In return, what that person is getting? Salary. Fine. One doctor is there. That person is looking after his parents, serving his parents. Then what he is getting? He's getting fees. Again, for every example, money is being involved. Fine. When any person performs some other activity in which the involvement of money is there, then we call it as an economic activity. Fine. Where the involvement is money is must. Whereas on the same case, non-economic activity. From the name itself, it is clear. Non-economic means where money is not required. Fine. How? Your parents are there from the day you are born till date. They are just looking after you all, caring you all, pampering you all. Fine. In return, do they charge anything? No. Why do they do so? Why do they take so much of care of your people? Because they love you all. Fine. They care for you. So that love, affection, care can be measured in terms of money. Not at all. Cannot measure in terms of money. Fine. Because these things are priceless. हम उसको पैसे से compare नहीं कर सकते. So the services which are being done or the activities which are being done without an intention to earn money in return is known as non-economic activity. Now, the same thing can be act as economic activity and the same thing can act as a non-economic activity. Let's see how. Suppose a teacher is there. Fine. Our teacher that person is teaching in the school. In return, that person is getting what? Salary. Then it is called an economic activity. But the same teacher is going home and at home that teacher is teaching to his or her children. In return, she will be or he will be charging any kind of money? No, because then it will be known as a non-economic activity. Next, if we take another example, one doctor is there. Fine. Now that doctor is a government doctor and he is sitting in the hospital and providing his services. In return, he is getting the salary from the government. He has opened his dispensary also. One clinic is also there in which he is performing the serving patient. In return, he is charging money. पैसे लेते हैं हर एक पेशेंट को अटेंड करने के लिए. लेकिन सपोज उन्हीं डॉक्टर का अगर बेटा बीमार पड़ जाता है तो वो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट उसकी देखभाल करते हैं, सर्विस करते हैं. तो क्या हुआ? नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी हुई. मतलब कि वही एक्टिविटी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी भी हो सकती है और वही एक्टिविटी नॉन इकोनॉमिक भी हो सकती है. इंटेंशन किसका है? एक हो जाता है लव अफेक्शन. हम गुरुद्वारे में गए, मंदिर में गए, हमने अपनी श्रद्धा अनुसार वहां पे गेहूं चावल जो भी देना था हम दिए. ठीक है, वो नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी हुई. बिजनेसमैन, और वही बिजनेसमैन अपने किराने की दुकान खोल रखी है और वहीं पर वो अपना गेहूं चावल बेचते हैं. अब उसमें पैसा आ गया तो इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी हो गई. वो दान पुण्य करके आए तो वो नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी हो गई. फाइन. लेकिन one can say it is very sad to say that in India this economic activity is different for men and women. As we have discussed in the case of Villa also, when his father was expired, the whole responsibility to look after to the family, his house, his small kids were there on the shoulder of his mother, in which she was going and selling the fishes in the market, in which was also mentioned that it was being made by the लैंडलॉर्ड्स. होता क्या है कि जो वुमेन्स होती हैं उनको जो जॉब मिल जाती है या फिर बहुत ही कम स्किल्ड में मिल जाती है अंटिल एंड दे आर वेल एजुकेटेड अनफ. तो जैसे कि कंस्ट्रक्टिव साइड पे घर बनने का काम चल रहा है, डैम्स बनने का काम चल रहा है, ठीक है, बिल्डिंग्स बन रही हैं या छोटे मोटे जो भी काम करने हैं, ठीक है, उसमें लेडीज को एम्प्लॉय कर लेते हैं. सेमी स्किल्ड बना के, या थोड़ी थोड़ी जहाँ पे फैक्ट्रीज हैं, सपोज in that factory some packing kind of work has to be done. Fine. So much of skill is not required. Some manual skill is required. That's why they employ ladies in that. But they pay less as compared to the male workers who are working in the factories. So it is quite sad to say, but it is a reality also that women are paid less as compared to the male person. Right? So in this हो जाता है कि भाई दो रीजंस हो जाते हैं कि अगर वुमेन्स काम करेगी तो मतलब उसका हस्बैंड भी कहीं ना कहीं काम ही कर रहा है, वुमेन है थोड़ा ही पैसे कम भी देंगे तो चल जाएगा, ठीक है। वुमेन है आज काम कर रही है, हो सकता है कल को मैटरनिटी लीव लेके चली जाए, हम इनसिक्योर हैं इसलिए आपको कम वेजेस पे रखेंगे। गर्ल्स को एम्प्लॉय करने के लिए इसलिए कर रहे हैं कि भाई कल लड़की है, कल को शादी हो जाएगी, then again she will be leaving the job. So we are quite unsecure, that's why we are paying you less. But this kind of things are being prevailing in our country only, not in abroad. Foreign country में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता, but in Indian society yet this kind of things are being prevailing, right? In which the women are paid less as compared to the male members doing the same job. That's why it is quite sad to say, but yet in this race, women are lagging far behind as compared to the male members if we talk about amount of work which they are being performing, because they are not being given the risky tasks to do. They are provided safe securities also, and we will be now discussing how these things are being changing and how government is taking one can say initiative, or what the steps different kind of steps are being taken by the government to fulfill the gap. Why there is so much of gap between the wages, remuneration and the amount of work which is being done by the male and the female person. Fine. So now let's be knowing further to more and more about how women can act as a. Yes, dear students, as we were discussing about condition of women at the job place. So when any factory employs some ladies to do their work, then there are certain codes of conduct which has to be followed. Rules, regulation, code and conduct are being mentioned, which that factory has to follow. Apart from it, there are different kinds of NGOs which are working that yes, to avoid the exploitation of the women at the workplace. If they are being exploited, some sexual harassment is there or abusement is there, even though strict measure has to be taken, and they are taken because the security of the female person is taken as a topmost priority. Their working hours being kept between like day timing is there. Generally, most of the working places are avoiding that females should not be working at late night areas, and they should be given proper convenience facilities there, convenience facilities available, so that they can pick up from their home and drop out at their houses. So different kinds of facilities are being available to safeguard, to provide safety to the female person who are looking after and working in the factory also. Now some of the factories are there which provides the creche facilities who are the mother of small kids, so that the factory members can look after their babies or the young ones when they are working in the factories. So different kinds of measures and provisions has been taken, especially for female, if we say, for their safety and safeguarding the females working at the working place. Now we will be studying about quality of population. As we have discussed, this population, having lots of population is not enough, or it is not a big deal. But the point is that how this population is there and what is the quality of that population which is being working. Fine. So if we talk about education, as we have discussed in the starting itself, that how education will be playing a very important role in the development of a country. If the people are educated enough, they will be doing job in a productive manner, constructive work they will be doing. They are doing the white collar job, हाईटेक चीजों के लिए वो लोग काम करेंगे, अच्छा काम करेंगे, जिससे देश सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट बनेगा और आगे की तरफ जाएगा। अब होता क्या है कि बहुत सारे ड्रॉप आउट केसेस होते हैं, जैसे कि अभी हम लोग ने विकाल के बारे में पढ़ा। उसमें क्या, वो स्कूल तो पहले बच्चा जाता था, लेकिन जब उसके फादर के गुजर गए तो उसके पास बहुत सारी जिम्मेदारियों का बोझ उनके ऊपर आ गया। उसके छोटे भाई बहन भी देखने थे, उसकी माँ के ऊपर बहुत सारा बोझ था, तो उसको पढ़ाई छोड़ के छोटे मोटे कामों में लगना पड़ा। तो ये जो ड्रॉप आउट केसेस होते हैं उनको किस तरह से सुधारे जाए। बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स होते हैं जो बच्चों को भेजते ही नहीं है। क्यों नहीं भेजते? कि भाई स्कूल जाएंगे, दिन भर तो उनका वहीं निकल जाएगा, घर पे रहेंगे, खेती बाड़ी में कुछ हाथ बटाएंगे, ठीक है। तो वो जो माइंडसेट होता है दैट नीड्स टू बी चेंज, एंड फॉर चेंजिंग इट गवर्नमेंट हैज टेकन सो मेनी इनिशिएटिव। सर्व शिक्षा अभियान इज देयर। तो उसमें क्या होता है कि सब पढ़ेंगे, सब बढ़ेंगे। तो ये क्या है कि भाई एनरोलमेंट जरूरी है, वो ग्रॉस एनरोलमेंट रेशियो है कि भाई इतने 5 से 14 साल के बच्चों के को जितने भी हैं उनको स्कूल में नाम लिखाना अनिवार्य है। इट इज कंपल्सरी दैट दे शुड बी एनरोल्ड इन द स्कूल। व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस इज द एज ग्रुप where they will be earning their basic requirement of studies. Fine. So it is made must by the government that by the age of 14 free and compulsory education is being provided to the students so that the future of the country can be there in a safe hand. Otherwise they will be busy in all those household chaos only, and that household chaos are not going to end anymore. Fine. So that's why it is very necessary to enroll those students to the school, and the girls who are dropping out from the school because they are being growing up, so they are being provided proper sanitary facilities are being provided to the girls so that they don't skip the school anymore. And apart from that, proper sanitary napkins are being also provided, proper sanitation facilities are being there. आप लोग ने देखा होगा कि 10th पास आउट होते हैं तो साइकिल्स मिल जाती हैं, बच्चे दूर पढ़ने जा रहे हैं तो कभी कभी ग्राम पंचायत भी दे देती है, नहीं तो सरकार इस तरह की योजना बना रही है कि लैपटॉप मिल रहा है, टैबलेट बच रहे हैं, या फिर साइकिल बांटी जा रही है बच्चों को, सो दैट एटलीस्ट दे शुड बी गोइंग टू द स्कूल एंड स्टडिंग समथिंग। राइट? अर्लियर व्हाट यूज्ड टू बी देयर कि बच्चों को अनाज दिया जाता था खाने पूरा उनको, ताकि वो स्कूल में आए, लेकिन ये देखा गया उतना इफेक्टिव नहीं लगा, तो ये मिड डे मील का प्रयोजन हुआ सो दैट दे शुड बी कमिंग टू द स्कूल। उनको हम दोपहर का खाना भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे, पढ़ाएंगे भी और यूनिफॉर्म भी देंगे, बैग्स देंगे, बुक्स देंगे, जूते देंगे, बट आप बच्चे को स्कूल भेजे तो सही, ठीक है। उसके बाद कस्तूरबा गांधी विद्यालय है, गर्ल्स के लिए बालिका विद्यालय खुले हुए हैं, ठीक है, नवोदय विद्यालय है, कई ऐसे सारे विद्यालय गवर्नमेंट ने खोले ताकि जो हमारा एजुकेशन का जो लेवल है, जो बच्चे ब्रेकआउट करके चले जाते हैं, छोड़ देते हैं बीच में पढ़ाई, वो ना छोड़े और ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चे पढ़ाई की ओर जागरूक हो। बहुत सारे अभियान गवर्नमेंट ने चलाए सो दैट दे शुड बी मेकिंग द parents of the children aware कि yes, education is must. They should be imparting education to their children and they should not be leading them any more in between. So education is must. If the people are educated, the future of the country will be there in a safe hand. Fine. Then next comes the health. Health facility, as we have already discussed in the starting itself. अगर हम स्वस्थ रहेंगे तभी हम आगे अच्छे ढंग से काम कर पाएंगे। एंड फॉर बीइंग हेल्दी इट इज वेरी नेसेसरी टू बी प्रॉपरली हैविंग अ प्रॉपर मील, प्रॉपर डाइट। तो जब बच्चा एट द व्हेन अ लेडी इज देयर हु इज एक्सपेक्टिंग, इवन दोस डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ मेडिसिन्स आर बीइंग अवेलेबल एट द कम्युनिटी सेंटर, हेल्थ केयर सेंटर, फाइन, in which tetanus injection are being provided, iron tablets of iron, calcium are being provided, After that, when she delivers a child, after that, that child different for different months, there are different kinds of vaccination which are being provided to the child. So that's are being provided free of cost at the community center. Healthcare facilities are being provided. So different things are being provided so that the proper health facility should be there. So if the health is good, only then the country can benefit. Suppose if education is there, if a person is healthy enough, only then that person can be able to take the advantage of education. So health is wealth. That's why it is also said that health is wealth. For getting education, we need that we should be healthy enough. Now comes quality of population in unemployment. Unemployment matlab if a person is willing to do a job but that person is not getting the job. मतलब कि इंसान काम करना तो चाहता है लेकिन उस व्यक्ति को काम कर नहीं पाता क्योंकि उसको जॉब मिल नहीं पाती है. अब ये भी हम that can be further divided into two parts. रूरल मतलब गांव का अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट और अर्बन एम्प्लॉयमेंट. रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट को भी हम दो तरह में खोल सकते हैं. सीजनल. सीजनल मतलब खेतीबाड़ी का हम काम कर रहे हैं, एक बार खेतों में फसल लगा दी, फिर उसमें पानी दे, तब तक वो काटने का सीजन नहीं आएगा, तब तक तो इंसान बेरोजगार हो गया ना, तब वो सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है तो वो एम्प्लॉयड, लेकिन एक बार जब फसल बो दी तब उस काटने के टाइम आएगा उसका काम, बीच में थोड़ी बहुत देख रेख करनी है, लेकिन वो 3 से 4 महीने उसको पेट तो भरेगा ना उसका, फैमिली मेंबर्स का, लेकिन उस टाइम उसके पास काम नहीं होता. एट दैट टाइम इट इज नोन एज सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयड. राइट, एम्प्लॉयड भी है अनएम्प्लॉयड भी, लेकिन काम सीजन टू सीजन मिलता है. डिस्गस्ट एम्प्लॉयमेंट का मतलब होता है व्हेन सपोज एक काम है जिसको 5 लोग कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उस काम को 10 लोग खींच के कर रहे हैं, तो ये जो 5 लोग है ना, तो ना वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट में है ना वो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट में है. For example, if you take about the example of farming, the same amount of work which can be done by the 5 people are that the same activity is done by the 10 people. So this is known as discussed employment. The activity, the work which can be done by a few people, more people are being engaged in doing the same job. Right? So obviously, if this, अगर इनकी यहाँ पे मान लीजिए 5 लोग काम कर सकते हैं, 10 लोग वही काम कर रहे हैं, अगर ये 5 बंदे कहीं शहर में जाके कुछ और काम करते तो इनके घर में क्या होती, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा इनकम जनरेट होती. लेकिन ये रूरल में ये डिस्गस्ट और सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रहती है. अगर हम अर्बन की बात करें तो वहाँ पे एजुकेटेड एम्प्लॉयमेंट है, लोग हैं पढ़े लिखे हैं, दे वांट टू दैट they should be doing job but they are not able to get the job, they are not able to get a suitable job, they are not able to find a job. So different kinds of situation are there in which a person is there and this person is unemployed. So अगर हम composition की बात करें तो अगर हमारे पास education है, health facility अच्छी है, लोगों के पास employment अच्छा है, तो obviously the country can proceed further, develop further and help in the development of the nation. I hope you might have enjoyed the lesson and understood the chapter. The basic essence of the chapter is that how we and you can act as a resource for their family members and for the country as a whole. I hope now you all must be trying that how you can be acting as an asset for your family, utilizing your time as a money, because time is money. Utilize your money and time for further studies. Try to understand the each and every topic thoroughly. So we will be seeing you all meeting together for yet coming videos of education related. It may be geography, history, civics or economics. So see you soon, very soon. So by the time, keep studying and keep going. Goodbye for today.